Okay, so if you're an apprentice, you know some of those skills on your standard can feel, well, a little abstract, right? Well, today we are going to tackle a big one, skill S15, delivering a quality management plan. We're going to make it all make sense by following the story of an apprentice who's in the exact same boat as you. Here's the journey we're going on together. We're going to start with Jody's quest to figure this all out, then we'll discover the secret recipe for quality, break down all the ingredients you need for success, figure out how to prove you've got the skills, and finally, how to absolutely ace that final assessment.
All right, let's meet our hero. This is Jody. She's a level 4 associate project manager apprentice over at a company called IBIS Stores. She's just been handed a brand new marketing project, and she's really keen to make a good impression.
So her line manager, Riddle, gives her the project brief. Everything seems pretty straightforward until Riddle adds one kind of crucial but super vague requirement. The project absolutely must be high quality. Jody's there, smiling and nodding, but inside her brain is going a million miles an hour. And this is Jody's massive problem. I mean, what does high quality even mean? No typos? Happy customers? Finishing on budget? How on earth are you supposed to create a plan for something that feels so subjective? This question right here is the absolute heart of skill S15. Feeling totally lost, Jody does the smartest thing an apprentice can do. She goes to her mentor, Adam. He's a senior PM, he's seen it all before. She explains her dilemma, and Adam just cracks a smile. He tells her, "You don't need a crystal ball, Jody. You just need a recipe." So, Adam lets her in on his secret weapon, the Quality Management Plan, or QMP. But he tells her, look, don't think of it as some stuffy, boring document. Think of it as your recipe for quality. It's your step-by-step guide to make sure whatever you're delivering is perfectly cooked and exactly what the customer ordered. And here's the really important part. The whole point of this recipe isn't to just check for mistakes at the very end. No way. The QMP is a proactive plan. It's designed to give you consistency, to help you monitor the process, and to control the quality of every single thing your project produces from day one. All right, so Jody's totally on board with this whole recipe idea. It just clicks. So Adam starts breaking it down even more. He explains that just like any good recipe, you need a clear method and a list of key ingredients. These are the core elements of her plan. And here they are, the 6 key steps. First, you define your objectives. What's the perfect dish you're even trying to make? Then, you set the standards. What are the exact ingredients and measurements? Then, you plan your assurance and control. That's how you check the cooking method and taste the final dish. You assign roles, who's doing what in the kitchen. And finally, you plan for improvement. How do we make this recipe even better next time? Okay, let's zoom in on that first step, because it's a big one. Defining your objectives is all about turning that vague, high-quality idea into something real and solid. And you do that by setting smart goals. So instead of let's send good emails, your objective becomes reduce email campaign typos by 95% within Q1. See the difference? It's specific and you can actually measure it. Now, this next bit is super important because it trips a lot of people up. What's the difference between quality assurance and quality control? Think of it this way. Assurance is all about the process. It's asking, are we following the recipe correctly? The goal is to prevent a bad cake. Control is all about the final product. It's asking, how does the cake actually taste? The goal there is to identify a bad cake. You absolutely need both. And just like any good chef has knives and whisks and all that, a project manager has their own toolkit for quality. You might use a simple checklist to make sure every email has been proofread by 2 people, or a flowchart to map out the sign-off process. These tools aren't crazy complicated, but they are incredibly powerful for keeping things consistent. So, Jody's feeling way more confident now. She goes off and creates this brilliant QMP for her marketing project. But her apprenticeship journey isn't over. Not by a long shot. Now comes the part where she has to prove she's mastered the skill. And this is where her coach, Olivia, steps in. It's time to talk portfolio. You see, Olivia's whole job is to help Jody take all this amazing real-world work she's doing and translate it into high-scoring evidence for her apprenticeship portfolio in Aptum. Because doing the work is only half the battle. Evidencing it the right way is what gets you through that gateway. So what does great evidence actually look like? Well, first, of course, you need the quality management plan document itself. That's a given. But you can't stop there. You have to show it in action. That means things like quality control reports, maybe some test logs or inspection results. You need proof of the corrective actions you took when things went wrong. And finally, a plan for continuous improvement to show you're thinking ahead. Okay, here's what you absolutely have to remember. Your portfolio can't just be a random collection of documents. It needs to tell a story. It needs to walk an assessor through the entire quality cycle, showing them that you planned it, you checked it, you acted on the results, and you learned from the whole process.
All right, portfolio's in, it's strong, and Jody is through the gateway. Now for the final boss, the endpoint assessment, or EPA. Olivia gets her ready by running through some practice questions, the kind she's very likely to get asked.
Here's a total classic EPA question. What the assessor is really looking for here is the connection. Can you link your planning document, the QMA, to the actual real-world stuff you get for quality control? They want to see you connect the why with the what. And boom, check out this great answer. Notice how Jody calls the QNP the roadmap. She then gives a specific tool, the QC checklist. And then, this is the golden ticket, she links it to a real business benefit, preventing rework and protecting the brand. That is a top-tier answer. Okay, ready for round 2? Let's try another one. This question is all about practical application. The assessor wants a story. They want to hear about a specific time you used a tool, you found a problem, and this is the most important part, what you actually did to fix it and stop it from happening again. And again, just a fantastic answer. It's so clear and concise. The tool? A checklist. The issue? An outdated logo. The corrective action? Updating the asset folder and retraining the team. And the results? The error couldn't happen again. That demonstrates true competence. When you really boil it all down, it just comes back to this. It's that one document. One single, well-thought-out plan can literally be the difference between a project descending into chaos and a project that sails smoothly to success. And that right there is the magic of it all. The quality management plan is the thing that transforms a manager's fuzzy request for high quality into a concrete, measurable, and achievable game plan for you and your whole team. It takes you from total confusion to complete clarity. So now it's over to you. Thinking about the projects you're working on right now, what is the very first, most important ingredient you're going to define for your next quality plan? Thanks so much for joining me.